You want to know why the young British men of this country are not going to go fight Russia?
I worry about how many people would actually go to war.
Because you've spent all of our entire lives telling us you hate us. You hate our history, you hate our culture, you hate our people, you hate what we stand for, you hate what we built. And now you expect us to go and die in a ditch for Russia because of fucking NATO, who's controlled by some unelected bureaucrats that have some deep state ties that just couldn't stop expanding east, trying to take over the world, kept poking the bear. No fucking British person has any beef with Russia. We do not have a beef with Russia at all. But because NATO kept expanding east, suddenly now you expect us to go and join the front lines and go and die by drones against Russia. Go fuck yourself.
Look at my ancestors who were lying about their age to sign up to fight against the Nazis at age 15, and because there was an element of pride, and we really seem to be lacking that in this country.
In the 1940s, young men aged 15 were lying about their age to go and fight against the Nazis. And oh wow, were they just scammed so hard back then. Because we had a legacy. We had leaders that there must have been, this is how I thought about this exact thing a lot. And I think about like what it would have taken for me if I was 15 to think, wow, I want to fight for England. Like I'm going to lie and say I'm 18 and go and maybe die to fight for this country. And it would have had to have been a huge amount of patriotic spirit.
England is under threat of invasion. And though we be on the far side of the world, this ship is our home. This ship is England. So it's every hand to his rope or gun, quick's the word and sharp's the action. After all, surprise is on our side.
I must have had leaders that I looked up to and would have looked back at my history and been brought up, raised with this incredible patriotic spirit. Like, look at what an amazing country this is. You have to give your life to defend it. It's so important to do this. It's so crucial and such a special place, and it's amazing, it's incredible. None of us hear that as we're growing up in this era. In fact, when I was 18, I hated this country. I hadn't woken up. Just my default state of going through education, getting all of the media bullshit, society and culture. I was like, fuck this place. Do you know what I mean? That's the end result of all this fucking bullshit that's infiltrated our country, is by the time you get to being a fighting age male, they've completely shattered any sense of patriotic spirit, because they don't want us to actually be patriotic until it comes to the point of we're going to throw you in a ditch to die. What a coincidence. We're being replaced in our homeland. We're set to be a minority in 20 to 30 years. In our ancestral homeland, we've been here for so long. We've had a homogenous society for hundreds of years, over 1,000 years. This country has been going, and suddenly within a generation or two, it's all evaporating. We did not win World War II. We lost World War II. We were sacrificed, betrayed by our own leaders. Very people that we were looking up to and respected, and the only reason they had that position of respect was because of the prior generations of actual genuine leadership that took this country to great heights and served its people as best as it could. That is not what we've had. We've not had this in my entire life, and I'm sure anybody listening to this can also resonate. When's the last time you had a leader you look up to and respect and you think, I would fight and die. I would follow you into battle. Is anyone seriously going to follow Keir fucking Starmer into battle in the trenches against Russia and be blown up by suicide drones? Go fuck yourself. You want us to pay the ultimate sacrifice whilst you're destroying our country in real time? Never. It's never happening. The patriotic spirit has been shattered on purpose. It's all done by design because we're already at war. That's the thing. We are still in a war. I don't think World War II ever really ended. We just lost a major part of it, and we're watching the aftermath of all of this as our country declines in real time. It's a controlled demolition in real time, and voting Labour or Conservative hasn't made a difference in any of that. maybe reform will make a difference. Let's hope so, because we are in serious trouble if not. I know people have sort of given up on politics and they don't think there's any hope there, but have you considered what the outcome is if there's no political solutions? One, we just fade away into existence, and in hundreds of years they talk about this once proud nation that was the English British people that just unfortunately faded out. Or it's a bloody battle, lots of people dying, civil war, revolution of a very, very physical combat style, which I don't think anybody actually really wants when you look at how shit things will be if it comes to that. But I'd rather fight whatever government, whoever, tries to take me away in a van to go and die into the front lines. I'd rather spend the rest of my life in jail. I'd rather be executed for public treason or whatever the fucking charge that they're trying to throw at us for refusing military duty. Anything other than go and die in a ditch for these people who do not care about us. They don't care about, none of this is being done to protect Britain. So the best thing for Britain to do would be to stop giving money to Ukraine, just stay the fuck out of it and let them sort it out. That's the best thing we could do. Otherwise, they want to try and send off all the white British fighting males to go die in suicide bombs against Russia, and then be left with nothing but the migrant men that have come here illegally, and our poor women and children will have to fend off the migrant horde. That's literally what you can just see it as, like that, which is what could fucking happen. So that's why when I hear people like this talking about this, like, why aren't the men going to do the ultimate sacrifice?
Stand and be counted. There's a time to stand up and do the right thing. And if it means paying the ultimate for sacrifice, the reason many of us are sat here is because people did that. You have to remember that.
Going to give their life. This is why. Our country is fucked. So we need to sort it out. There's many ways we can sort it out. Trying my best here on the activist front, but it's a big battle. There's many problems that we are facing. But I call upon all my other brothers in these lands. Do not fear. Do not cower when these people try and usher us off to die in a ditch. Remember how powerful you are and what this nation can actually do. I do believe we are going to have a big victory here in this country, and eventually we'll look back on these dark times and think, wow, how shit this was. But we've got a lot of work to do to get there. I'm doing my part in the activist front. We're taking on digital ID, we're taking on the climate con. If you want to fight for something, come join the political activist culture war that's happening right now, and you can get involved with the many organisations that are out there, or join what I'm doing at the climate con when we're taking on digital ID. They're the front lines that we should be fighting on. Fight for this country now against the people who are trying to destroy it. That's where our fighting energy should go.